Hey, what's up, party people? Alright, so in this tutorial video, I would like to share a few details about hashtag arbitrary with you guys and what makes this platform the best and so powerful at this moment. Like, I have never seen any system that there is so much to achieve with just a little. Alright, so now hashtag arbitrary went live just 24 hours ago, and I have earned and made some withdrawals already, and yet still I keep on earning. Let me share something real quick with you guys here. So here at my Autopool start, you can see, let's begin with the Autopool start. The Autopool, in order to activate your Autopool, is just a mere $10. That gives you the license in order to purchase for your hash pack, as you will earn from the hash pack. Now let's look at something real quick here. The moment you purchase the Autopool, you have this as the subscription period. You're gonna see this at your back office as the subscription period, meaning I'm down to some few months before it expires. Now, if you don't know how to purchase your Autopool, you watch this view tutorial. There is a tutorial guide which teaches and shows us how to go about making our subscriptions, as in activating our Autopool, even funding in our money, as in deposit and all that. All right, so they've given us all the guides in getting things right on here in the platform. Now look at this, my purchase pack. My purchase pack, I do have one at the moment because you can only purchase one license every 30 days. But there is more to this, guys, which I learned during the pre-launch. Now let's look at something here. There's the pack ID. There's the position I have in the Autopool network. Now look at the total earnings. It says 20 over 25, meaning once I earn up to 25, that is a complete cycle. All right. Once you earn to 25 over 25, it is a complete cycle. And complete cycle means earning $5 five consecutive times. So 5 times 5 is $25. Now, once I complete this cycle, do you know what is going to happen next? The system will automatically repurchase a new Autopool license for me on my behalf without coming out of my own pocket. Yes, the system will do that. It will repurchase a new license for me without coming out of our pocket. And now we have it on here, the total cycle. It shows 4 over 5. Actually, it works side by side with the total earnings because every count is $5. Every count over here, cycle, every cycle is $5. So each cycle I earn $5. And now it shows that I've cycled 4 over 5, meaning 4 times. So 4 5 is what? $20. And that's what we have over here as 20 over $25. Now let's look at something over this side, the payments leg. Let me try to zoom this so you guys can clearly see what I'm sharing with you on here. All right, so the payments leg, we do have ID 35, and the cycle leg, we do have ID 36, and the pack cycle status shows yes. All right, now let's look at this. The Autopool system has been designed in a way that it says the next two people that will join after you will contribute to your earnings. And in this case, the next two people that joined right after me were ID 35 and ID 36, and they contributed to my earnings. So I got to receive funds from these two. However, the first fund which I received, which is the payments leg coming from ID 5, was paid to my wallet, which I can withdraw that funds at any time. Now, the second leg, or the second payment, which is the cycle leg, is the funds which the system is going to use to re-enter me into the Autopool network to continue earning for the 5 consecutive times. So the first cycle is this, and that it will be shown on here as 1 over 5. But it shows that I've cycled 4 times, all right, in a row. So let's click on this. And as you can see, this was created just yesterday, 24 hours ago. Now, once we click on view, that is where we'll be able to learn into detail what I'm talking about on here. So here at the view side or view packs, we can clearly see that the total earn is $20, which is correct, and the total cycles is $4. which that is also correct. The payments leg which cycled me for the first time were ID 35 and ID 36. I earned from ID 35 and ID 36 cycled me out. Now the pack cycled is complete, so it shows yes for the first entry. Now let's look at the pack cycles over here. Over here on the pack cycles, we could see that there is a whole lot going on, but let me explain into details. So the pack ID 37 over here is my new entry in the Autopool. The previous was 18, if you remember. All right. Now the new entry I got was ID 37. Why is it so? Because ID 35, ID 36 were the next two people that joined right after me, contributing to my earnings. And I earned from 35 and 36 payments recycled me as a re-entry or re-contribution. So my new entry, which I'm going to receive, is ID 37, which has been recorded on here. So now ID 37 has also earned and cycle out. As you can see, the total earnings received from ID 37 is $5 because every cycle in a particular entry you earn $5. And if we scroll down, we can clearly see that I have earned 3 cycles over here. And previously, I had another entry, which is the pack ID 18. If we are to go back here, you'll see it on this side. Here it is. Pack ID 18. So this is my first pack or my first entry, which I earned $5 from. And now once we click on view packs, it shows into details, letting us understand how the earnings are produced and paid to us. So now these 3 packs adds up to be the 4 cycles, which is the 4 cycles which has given me the total earnings at this moment to be $20. And we can clearly see the total cycles is what? 4. Now let's continue. So ID 37 was my next entry secured right after I cycle out from the first entry, which was the pack ID 18. And look at the payments leg which cycled me from the ID 37 to payments ID 71 and payments ID 72. So I earned from the payments leg, which was $5 commission to my wallet, which makes the total of $5 here. And the other payments which I'm supposed to receive, the system automatically used that as a recycle to cycle me, and that was coming from ID 72. Now it shows at the pack cycle status as complete. Yes. And guess what happened? I got a new ID pack or new entry over here where it's 73. So right after ID 71 and ID 72, ID 73 was next, which is my ID. All right. Now I'm gonna earn in that same cyclical system, which ID 141 and 142 are going to cycle me out because I'll earn from 141 and 142 contribution will be used as my re-contribution or re-entry, and that will give me a new ID, which I got ID 143 over here. And again, ID 275 and 276 contributed to my earnings, cycling me out. I got a new entry ID, which is ID 277. So now I don't know the next IDs that are going to cycle me, but the moment as people are activating their Autopool, in which part of their payments is allocated to the Autopool or secures their entry in the Autopool network, as it will help them also earn just like I am earning over here. Those folks that are coming in contributing for their Lancers activation also helps in the rewards or earnings paid in the Autopool network. So this is how it works, guys. We all earn from the Autopool network once we purchase our Lancers, and after that we can purchase our hashpack to be earning the daily income. So this is a reward which has been awarded to us. Initially we were not supposed to earn from the Autopool Lancers. It's supposed to be a license giving us the access in just making our purchase for the hashpack, and we earn from the hashpack, just that. But the company were so generous and decided to create this amazing Autopool system to help some of us, especially those that cannot afford a $50 hash pack in this time. Yeah, especially to our brethren in Africa and some parts in India. So at least you can leverage on the $10 Autopool license to raise funds, and you will be able to purchase your hash pack. So let's move on to the next pack payment. So over here at the pack payments, we can also see some detailed informations, and you can see from entries, users that I earned from, and their entries which helped me earn, all right, and cycled out as well. So everything has been documented over here. So it says the first payment which I received was from user 11, and this entry in the Autopool was ID 37, which we clearly saw that, and it was paid to me. My first entry, which was the ID 18, and I earned $5 over here at the amount status, and the type was what? Claim commission. It was a commission meant for me to withdraw or claim, and that has been recorded here, time, date, and period. Now let's move on to the next. The next payment I received was coming from ID 37, from ID entry 71, and to entry what? 37, my own entry, like my own pack in there, my new entry which I got in the pack. It was rewarded to me, and that is $5. Now let me explain something. Don't get it twisted over here. ID 37 here is your account ID as the user, and we have another ID here in the Autopool network. Account IDs are different from the IDs in the Autopool network. All right, you can even be ID number 40,000 as your account ID. All right, and yes, you can have an ID number 120 or ID number 10 in the Autopool network. If and only you activate your license on time, you will then overtake many users in the platform to secure an early spot or early entry in the Autopool, which will help you earn more to maximize your earning potentials here. That is one of the secrets in building wealth with hashtag arbitrary that many of us are missing out. Now let's move on. I got to earn $5, which is a claim reward, and moving on to the next, which this payments, or let me say earnings, were coming from ID 46. The moment ID 46 purchased his Autopool, guess what? Part of the Autopool license activation, which was $5, secured his entry in the Autopool, and that payment came to me. So you can see from ID entry in the Autopool was 141, and that was paid to my third entry, which was created for me, which is ID 73. And that's, again, I earned $5. Guys, you see how amazing the platform works? Now let's look at something here. The fourth payment which I'm to receive on here, see what is going to happen. ID 30, I'm receiving that from ID 30, and that the payment was paid to my new entry ID, which was 275. Sorry, coming from the a new entry ID, which was 275, coming in to my new entry ID, which is 143, and that is $5. And we can see it on here as vote commission. So the system saves part of our earnings in order to purchase a new license for us on our behalf, without us having to pay from our pocket money. Exactly, guys. So even in the 30-day period, as we can see on here, let's go back. Let me show you guys something real quick. The 30-day subscription, which we can see on here, in some cases it doesn't elapse to 30 days for you to pay your license out of your pocket. The system has been designed to make a repurchase of your license on your behalf without having to pay from your pocket. It is as simple as that. So in other words or terms, we could say that you only pay once, and the system does everything for you in the Autopool side of the business. So now let's go there. Maybe someone will say, what about it's elapsed 30 days and I don't get to earn $25, and the system doesn't create a new license for me? That is why whatever earnings you are accumulating on here, you see that I've cycled 4 times. Let me go back one more time and show you what I'm talking about. So you can clearly see the total cycle is 4 or 5, and I've earned what? $20. So let's say maybe the 30-day cycle, exceeded, all right, or expired, and now my license has been terminated, but I've earned what? $20. It was just left with the next cycle or entry. so that I complete this. But I couldn't catch up and I earned $20. What am I supposed to do now? In order to continue these earnings, all I have to do is just take $10 out of my $20 to buy a new entry. And I saved the other $10. At least the other $10 is my initial capital for this entry in which I purchased for the first time. And now I have done what? Reinvested $10 by purchasing for my lances, and I'm going to earn from that, entry or lances which I've purchased, the new entry as a renewal. I'm going to earn from that as well within a 30-day, another 30-day cycle. That is how amazing it is, guys, with this platform. Okay, this is how amazing it is with the hashtag arbitrate platform. So there we have it. With this explanation, I believe it will help many of us understand how the Autopool system works in the hashtag arbitrate platform. In the next tutorial, I'm going to elaborate on commissions that we receive from the hashpack purchase, be it the daily returns and as well as the affiliated rewards. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for the next chapter. Bye for now.